Hi folks, welcome to video number 142. This video is on scale and maps and on drawings. Okay, scale on maps and on drawings. The keywords I've got for you are scale and plan view. So scale is something that is used to tell you how big something is on the map or the drawing compared to something in reality. Okay, so it's like a ratio. And the plan view is the view from above, looking straight down on top of something. Okay, that's the plan view. So in the method I've stated that scales can be written in a number of different ways, but there will always be about what a certain distance on the map or drawing is to what it actually is in reality. And you've got to ensure when you're doing these questions that you've got 1 centimetre equals something to work out stuff. Okay, most of the time it already is in that form, but you may need to divide to get it into that form. Both sides of the ratio, or both sides of the scale. So to find the real life distance / measurement, you multiply, right? And to find the map or drawing measurement, you will divide. Okay, so there's your 2 bits of very, very useful information when it comes to maps and scales. So a map is a scale of 1 centimetre to 5 miles in question number 1. On the map, the distance between 2 towns is 8 centimetres. What's the actual distance between 2 towns? So the first thing we're going to do is write down that 1 equals 5. Okay, don't worry about the units because we know that's in centimetres and we know that's in miles. All right, and I've got a fatter pen on this one, so I can't really write stuff particularly neatly. So on the map, the distance between 2 towns is 8 centimetres. Okay, so we want to get to 8 here, right? So it means we have to multiply by 8, all right? And what we're going to do is multiply the 5 by 8, and that's 40. Okay, so that gives us our answer. We multiplied to get the real life measurement, and that's the distance between the 2 towns. And we just put 40. And we put miles. I'm going to put M for miles. All right. Let's have a look at question number 2. In number 2, we've got a diagram that's been drawn to scale. And because this is a scale video, it would say that actually in the question it's been drawn to scale. Or give you the scale. And it's a plan view of the drawing, so a view from the top of a new park bench. It's been drawn to the scale of 1 centimetre is equal to 60 centimetres. Measure the longest length and state what it will be in real life. So what we need to do with this is measure it. All right. Now the longest length is here to here. It's very clear to see which one the longest length is. Okay, so we're going to bring a ruler in. We're going to do some measurements, and that is 0 on the end of the line. Okay, and 3.5 at the other end of the line. So if that's the case, right, what we do is we take that 3.5 centimeters. I'll just get the pen back up. There it is. So 3.5 is equal to, well, we have to multiply because it was in 1 centimetre to 60 centimetres. So we just multiply by 60, 3.5 times 60, which gives us 210 centimetres. All right, because it was in centimetres to centimetres. Now we could write our answer if we know how many centimetres are in a metre. Could divide by 100, so we could say 2.1 metres. That has a length of 2.1 meters. It would be acceptable to give your answer in centimeters here because it doesn't say what units, but the more common way of writing that would be 2.1 meters, I think. Just a very slight bit of conversion at the end. Right, looking at the third and final question. Okay, we've got a tube map of the London Underground. Okay, and this is very useful because a lot of people go to London and they have to understand this tube map. I know it's very, very difficult to see the stations on here. It's very small, it's a bit fuzzy. Right, I appreciate that, but right, the map has a scale of 3 centimeters to 1,500 meters. This is an approximate scale. I have made this up a little bit, but it is pretty close to reality. Find the actual distance between Sloane Square and Cannon Street. Now you're going to have to trust me here that Sloane Square is here. Okay, mark it on there with a big red dot, and Cannon Street is there. You might have spotted them. Right, you might have some very, very good eyesight. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, first of all, before I measure anything, because I've got the pen up and running at the moment, I'm going to divide both of these numbers by 3 to give it 1 centimetre, because that's what the method said I needed to do. 1 centimetre is equal to 500 metres. All right, that makes things a lot easier. It's like the unitary method of proportion. All right, go back to the ratio and proportion section to understand what I'm talking about. So 1 centimetre is 500 metres. What I'll do is I'll just get the ruler in and we will have a look at that and see if I can rotate it a little bit. Let me get that. There we go. So there's my 0 lined up there. Let's rotate the ruler around. So, oh, it's almost exactly the same as the question above. I'm going to say it's 3. Oh, it's not actually, because we're not lined up with 0 there. So there to there. I'm going to say that that is 3.7. All right, I'm going to say it's about 3.7, maybe 3.8, 3.7 we'll go with. All right, so we'll go 3.7 centimeters. Just see if I can get that pen back in. And there it is. Right, so we want it to be 3.7. So we have to multiply by 3.7. Okay, so let's get 500 multiplied by 3.7 done. I'll just do it on the calculator quickly. I can't be bothered to go and get the one in the thing. 1850 meters. 1850 meters. There you go. That's the actual distance between Sloane Square and Cannon Street in reality. That is a nice, useful thing to know, right? Because that's not that far in reality to walk. You could walk 2,000 meters. I'm sure you could walk. 2 kilometers. And if you didn't have enough money to get the tube from Sloane Square to Cannon Street, you know it's a walkable distance. All right. And if that's something you needed to know, great. Right. So maths is very useful sometimes. All right. I hope you found this one particularly useful. And I hope you enjoyed watching it. Please watch some more. It would be lovely if you did. And continue to practice. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves. Look after one another. Bye-bye for now.